To applique, you need to change a number of things on your machine. First, I took off my metal foot and put on a clear plastic foot. And then I changed the tension at the top from 4, which is standard, down to 3. I changed my pattern selector dial from A1 straight stitch to A3 a zigzag. Changed stitch length up to about 4 or 5 and stitch width down to 1. Those are the settings that I like, and you should practice to see how wide and how long you want your zigzag to be. I've interfaced my applique to make it stiffer. I'm going to pin it, just centering it on this square. I'll throw some pins in to secure it, because you don't want it moving while you're appliquing. And then I'm going to place a piece of tearaway interfacing underneath after I've pinned it, just to help stabilize it, to help keep everything even and moving nice and smoothly. And then it doesn't really matter where you start, but I am going to start down on this corner. I line it up, put the foot down and the needle down, and then I'm going to zigzag right on the edge of the fabric that I'm appliquing. So I don't really want it to go onto the fabric that I'm appliquing it onto, just onto the fabric that I'm appliquing. Go to the end, needle in, foot up, and then before you put the foot back down and start to pivot, make sure it's in the right location. Usually you need to adjust it a little bit. So the first things that I've been appliquing are straight, they're fairly easy. When you get to the curve, it gets a little trickier. You have to slow down, and sometimes you actually have to stop, needle in, lift the foot, and pivot. Make sure you put that foot back down. Take your time, keeping the zigzag right on the edge of the fabric, stopping and pivoting on curves when it feels awkward or on corners. And my hands are keeping the fabric very flat. Even though I've pinned it, I'm still using my hands to guide it and keep it even. And whenever pins are in the way, you can just stop and pull them out. Eventually you get back to where you started, and you do a little reverse. Now, when you applique just one time around, you're still going to see the fabric through the thread. So you see the zigzagging, but not very intensely. Now on this, the white is blending very well. But if I want to see more intense white, I would go around a second time, and sometimes even a third time, depending how pronounced you want the applique thread to be. And you can use a blending color like I've used, or a popping color. Say if I picked a color like purple, it would really stand out. It just depends what your goal is. So you decide what length, what width, and what color. And there you have a nice applique sample. I've sewn one fabric to another. And the tearaway just tears off. Usually you get the outline and then you make a little hole on the inside, and you can pull that off as well, or you can leave it on. It's up to you. I would then go press it on the wrong side.